Ladies and gentlemen, was he better than 2018 Victor Oladipo?
Oh, my
Let's
God.
get to the bottom of it.
Yes.
What if I told you that the most athletic basketball player who played for the Chicago Bulls wasn't Michael Jordan? Sacrilegious as it may sound,
Wait, what?
it's probably true. At his
nah.
best, Derrick Rose was the most explosive guard to play the game of basketball. Here's the story of the youngest MVP in league history, how injuries derailed his career, and how utterly amazing he was in his prime.
Crazy hot take already.
Getting drafted.
Yeah.
Rose grew up in the poorest part of Chicago, and it was a classic American basketball story that features a single mother, poverty, and drug dealers on every corner. But Derrick was determined to succeed and escape from the projects. He was highly recruited coming out of high school, and he ultimately accepted the scholarship at the University of Memphis, where he played under Coach Calipari. Rose led the Memphis Tigers to a 38-2 overall record and a trip to the NCAA Finals. But the Kansas Jayhawks got the best of them in the overtime of the championship game. Rose then declared for the NBA draft, where his home team, the Chicago Bulls, had only a 1.7% chance to win the 2008 draft lottery. And as if fate wanted it to happen, that the local kid...
Fate.
But I'm the bad guy though. Y'all don't want a pod for old Chad. It's cool, man.
Oh, Lord.
It's cool.
Cool, we ran that over here. We don't want a pod.
It's cool, man.
Look,
It's fine, bro. If it's rigged, it's rigged. WWE's rigged. I know so many 25-year-olds now that just accept it and like, let's just go along with that type shit. What is good rigging? What is bad rigging?
Nah, they call it booking, sir. They call it booking, actually.
My bad. I forgot you was one of them.
Yeah. I'm not. I'm overhyped, man. I'll fuck with it, but damn, y'all think I'm like got a poster.
Okay.
I'll watch the pay-per-views or some shit if I got time. Of course.
You pay for them?
Hell no. I got my bro account. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't never in my life, man. It ain't that serious, but I do fuck with this shit. And that's like that nigga my tribal chief. What's wrong with y'all?
The Bulls indeed won the lottery and selected the 6'3" Derrick Rose with their first overall pick. A quick rise to superstardom. It didn't take Rose long to get acclimated to the NBA. Athletically, he was instantly in the upper echelon of NBA players, and there was almost nobody that could match Rose's lightning-quick first step or stay up with him once he got airborne. He defied the laws of physics with his speed, and his dunks looked like he had an invisible trampoline beneath the hoop, and he was the only one jumping off it every single time. Like a miniature LeBron, Rose was absolutely unstoppable in the open
midair.
As he galloped down the floor, he was in complete control of his body
talking about
and
guards,
in
that's
complete
fine,
control of the
but
ball, ready to either run around you or jump over you. With the averages of 17, 6, and 4, D. Rose dominantly won Rookie of the Year award and led the Bulls to the playoffs. In his playoff debut against the defending champion Boston Celtics, Rose recorded 36 points, tying the NBA record for most points in a playoff debut by a rookie. Even though the Bulls lost the series in 7 games, it was clear that they had a superstar in the making.
Yeah, is that's why you prefer Vic? Is that why you prefer Vic, huh? Because I'm just saying, bro. Vic would have lost too. Yeah. How about that? And I don't want to be a Vic hater. That's a weird beef, right? But it's because of Benji, bro. It's because of you. Vic ain't doing that. He not. Sorry.
Listen, man. It's not because of that, man. I just know how to read statistics. Okay. Okay. I just know how to put things in context. All right. And if you want to learn how to put things in context, you can check out the sponsor of this video.
Boo! Allow me, let me add them. This video is sponsored by Brilliance.
If you guys don't know what Brilliant is one of the best. It's one of the easiest. It's one of the most intuitive ways to learn stuff like data science, math, statistics. You see what I'm saying? So you can really kill it in these NBA debates.
Yeah, if you're trying to kill these NBA debates, don't even worry about it if you're a casual. Brilliant has customized content ready for you all to level up slowly but surely.
You can also cover like pretty basic topics. You can get even more advanced. They got new lessons coming out every single month. They're fun. They're very interactive. So it's not like you're just reading notes. You know, you can actually interact with things and learn on the fly. As you can see on the screen, yeah, they have a statistics course, okay? Learn about mean, median, mode, buddy, okay?
Y'all please learn about it.
Hey, yo, what's the song say? Mean, median, mode. Mean, median, mode. Come on, bro. Come on, man. As you can see, the course is extremely detailed. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, five sections. Here's the mean median part of the course. You know what I'm saying? If you guys don't know what that is, maybe you'll learn that per 36 is not a hypothetical stat as well in this course. Who knows? You'll only find out if you'll take it. Right?
That debate, man. He's pushing agendas. That's all I'm gonna say. We won't push agendas on Brilliant.
They got a section on variance and standard deviation, so you guys actually know like what is significantly different and what isn't. You know what I'm saying? 25 points per game versus 19. Is that significant enough? Who knows? You'll find out though. You'll find out.
And if you go to brilliant.org/socialsage, not only do you get 30 days for free 99, you also get 20% off the annual plan. So hurry up and act now.
The link is going to be on the screen once again, or you can check out the description or the pinned comment down below. Shout out to Brilliant for sponsoring this video. And get your knowledge up, man. Y'all trying to be too funny. Come on, man.
Brilliant.
Most valuable player. In his sophomore season, Rose improved on his terrific rookie campaign and became the first Chicago Bull since Michael Jordan to be named an All-Star. The Bulls reached the playoffs again, but they would once more lose in the first round, despite Rose averaging 27 points and 7 assists against LeBron and the Cavs. Derrick Rose was a quiet, introverted guy, and he didn't talk too much, but it was clear as day that every loss hurts him deeply and that he is dying to bring a championship back to Chicago. So the next season, he came back with a vengeance. In the best shape of his life, D. Rose was an unsolvable mystery for the defenders around the league. All Rose needed was just a little crack.
Wait, hold on.
A little bit of open space. And
I don't know about an unsolvable mystery.
Well, man, there was no stopping Rose, bro. You needed Braun. You needed Braun to stop him. He was too like we do nowadays. We do that ta. His ass meet. He was gone. Ain't no keeping up with him. That's Pooh Rose. It's B Rose. That's Big Dirk. That's the OG Schmirkio. All right.
This is nasty. This is so
I troll too much, bro. These niggas think I'm dead ass.
gone. He would turn on the Jets and explode to the rim in a fraction of a second, leaving the defenders stuck in the mud. Led by Rose's 25 points, 4 rebounds, and almost 8 assists on average, the Bulls had the best record in the regular season. At just 22 years of age, Rose was named the NBA MVP, becoming the youngest player ever to win the award. However, LeBron was once again too strong, and he and the Heat defeated the Bulls in the Eastern Conference Finals in 5 games.
Fuck that guy. He's too good.
The best and worst year of his career. Even though he was injured for a big chunk of the 2012 season, and his numbers dropped off a little bit, Derrick Rose was playing the best basketball of his life. He started the year with a game winner against the Lakers, and throughout the season,
trying to make like
he seemed
2017
more
Curry
poised,
argument.
more mature,
I can see that.
and even more deadly. The Bulls finished with the best record in the league again, and it seemed like they finally had the talent and depth to go all the way. They opened the playoffs against the 8-seed Philadelphia 76ers and had the game in control, leading by 12 with a minute remaining. Rose should have been substituted and icing his knees by then, but the stubborn coach Thibodeau liked to keep his starters on the floor until the final whistle. So, with a minute left in the game, Rose made a move to the basket with a quick change of direction, a move that he successfully made thousands of times, but not on that damned April 13th. Rose fell to the ground and stayed there, grabbing his knee and screaming in pain.
Bro, I remember the scoreboard, bro.
Maybe I need to look at it. 12 points up by 12 with a minute left. I just don't think that's an easy, all right, you can bench him now type shit. In hindsight, okay, fine. But in the moment, bro, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world.
Yana, this is some bullshit, man. Sit him down, bro. He didn't need to be out there. I think there was one stoppage of play. I want to say it's been longer than a decade. Sorry if that's not correct, but I'm pretty sure there was a stoppage at play in between the 2 minutes in that point in time. So I'm like, bro, he didn't need to. It's over, bro. Call the timeout if there wasn't. It's over. They're cooked. They're Philly in 2010, bro, or 2012. It's Philly back then. They weren't coming back, bruh. Just sit down. You know how your point guard is. You know he liked to jump. You knew his prime weren't gonna last too long anyway because he liked to jump and be all twitchy. So you can sit him down, bro. But no, 48-minute Rose. Now I can remember the literal score, 87-99, with 1:10 in the game, because I know who got hurt at that moment, man. Fuck Tibbs for that, man. But
I just feel like it's a hindsight in 2020 type thing. It's unfortunate. It's definitely unfortunate. I'm not, but to put all of that on Tibbs, I get it. He has this like thing that he overworks and overplays his players anyways. Like, even with the Knicks. But I just feel like it's unfair to put. Yeah, you just ruined one of our youngest stars ever, the youngest MVP's career, buddy. How do you feel? How do you sleep at night? Like, God damn, bro. Like, I don't know, man.
ACL was gone, which is the worst injury for an athletic point guard. Derrick Rose, as we knew him then, ceased to exist. Recovery, injury, repeat. In recent NBA history, there hasn't been a player with worse injury luck than Derrick Rose. After he tore his ACL in the 2012 playoffs, he missed the entire 2013 campaign, only to get injured again 10 games into the 2014 regular season. This time, it was the other knee that gave out, and he missed the rest of that season as well. Once he returned, he was no longer the same. The name in his ID still said Derrick Rose. That man no longer existed. Not like that, not like we were used to. That Derrick Rose that could jump out of the gym and fly through the air, he died on April 13th in Chicago in the playoff game against the 76ers. He was replaced by a much less athletic version of his former self. Rose was still speedy and shifty, but the lift was
I'm about to say, that's
no
much
more crazy
less
acrobatics around the hoop, no more coast-to-coast dunks. His wings were clipped, and he was no longer Air Rose. We who loved him, and there were a lot of us, did not stop hoping that he would return to his old form. We nurtured that hope for 3 years, and the great Derrick Rose games still happened occasionally, like the game winner against the Cavs in the playoffs, but those occasions were sparse, unfortunately. Rose became a former star who lost his abilities abruptly and never adapted to a new situation.
Man, like he was
During
trash,
his later
though,
seasons with the Bulls and the 1 year he spent with the Knicks, he was a volume scorer who played inefficient basketball. Despite solid averages of 18 points and almost 5 assists per game during that span, it was clear that we have seen the best of Derrick Rose already, and that it happened before 2012.
It's just so unfortunate. Because I've said this on this platform already, but I'll say it again. This is the worst, my opinion, the most annoying part about injuries, especially when it comes to like this degree. They spend so much time trying to get back to where they once were that they don't even have time, and understandably so, to try to improve their game. So, for example, like with Zion, with all his injury problems, right now the question is, can we at the very least just see the 27-9 Zion that we're used to? When in actuality, if these injuries never took place, like we should be talking about, can Zion develop a mid-range game? Can he improve his playmaking? With Derrick Rose, can he just get back to 2011 when in the, if he didn't have these injuries, we should be talking about, can Derrick Rose develop that jump shot? Can he become a better passer? Can he improve his three-point shooting? Like, it's just annoying to me because it's like their potential was already capped off just because of the injuries, but with the rehab process, it caps them off even more.
Yeah, I don't want to. I usually have no fear, shame, or apologies when I do this, but honestly, while fans do play a huge part of it, I don't even want to entirely put them on it. But I will say, I mean, it's hard if you're an NBA player, especially with the notoriety of like Derrick Rose, that you're just chilling on social media, you're reading tweets, and everybody's talking about the old version of you, and you're not even that old. Like, imagine how he felt in 2015. Like, that was 4 years ago. I was an MVP, and y'all talking about me like I'm just shit now.
He was like 26, 27 at that time, bro. Like
yeah, like, it's like, dog, I'm, like, statistically in my prime. What's up with y'all, bro? So, I understand, and we always talk about NBA players having a sense of delusion and pride to even get there. So, I fully understand that builds a recipe for, I'm going to just try to get back to that, shut y'all down, and then I'm going to continue to improve. I think you're like 90% where I want these players to be. I want these players to not only rehab differently and just build the skills on that, but I want them, when you find out you have an uber athletic motherfucker, first things first, I ain't gonna lie, enjoy it while it's hot. Let him just run around and jump high and shit. But I ain't gonna lie, year 2, even as early as year 2, it's gonna sound crazy to some of y'all. We working on the post touches if you a big man. We working on them fades. We working on them passes. We working on them shots. Cause God forbid you get hurt. I ain't dealing with this, you from a 98 to like a 85. Nah, fuck that, bro. You're just gonna be a slow, skilled version of yourself. We're gonna prepare for this shit now. I'm not wishing you to get hurt, and you can always tap in and just jump over somebody. But we gonna work on this skill shit now rather than later. And if that makes you a worse player off rip, kill some of your hype off rip, fuck them. That's how I would do it. But I already know some people going to disagree with that, and they prefer, like, if you like Ja, just come out this motherfucker and run and jump over people and work on the shit later.
Perfect example, and it's unfortunate because injuries even hinder like him trying to achieve exactly what you're talking about, was Blake Griffin. Griffin out the gate dunking over motherfuckers like crazy. And then he transitioned his game to a little bit more skill. He operated around the mid-range a little bit more. He improved his playmaking and his passing. Then the injuries caught up to him. It's unfortunate, but...
Or at least so we thought, pondering retirement and the 50-point game. 3 knee surgeries, wrists, hip, back, fingers, groin, elbow, and even a bone in his face that obstructed his vision. Those were all the things Derrick broke, bruised, pulled, or had surgery on. His medical carton looked like a human anatomy exam, and after a while, it started affecting his psyche. You can repair an ACL, but a sane psyche is much harder to regain once there's a crack in it. And there was definitely a crack because Rose was fed up. He was tired of constant injuries and rehabilitations, and during his time with the Cavs in 2018, he seriously considered retirement, even though he was only 28 years old at the time. His numbers plummeted. He barely played, and nobody wanted to have anything to do with him. And then, like many times before in his life, Derrick Rose rose from the ground, dusted himself off, and started playing the most efficient basketball of his career.
This was a cool little year for
this was the hood
Rose was
anthem
finally
version of
healthy, and
Rose.
he had a clear idea who he was as a player. He was no longer
second favorite
trying to
Rose
be the
year.
high
Fuck
flyer
that.
of the past, but he crafted his game around speedy cuts to the basket, floaters, and a newly found jump shot.
Shooting
Rose averaged 18 points and 4 assists for the season, and the absolute highlight was his 50-point game against the Utah Jazz on Halloween of 2018. The 50 points he scored were his career high, and Rose also made a game-winning block in overtime, after which he bursted into tears, emotional that he had such a game after all the injuries. But as great of a game that was, we will not remember Derrick Rose for it and for what he is doing now as a member of the Knicks. No. We will remember him for the dunk he had on Goran Dragic, which has to be in the top 10 dunks ever, in my opinion. We will remember him for crazy acrobatic layups where he made it look like he was walking through the air. We will remember brutal dunks, a player nobody could outrun in transition, and clutch shots he wasn't afraid to take. Legacy. Despite not being the best player in the league in any of the years he played, there was no player in the entire league who would make jaws drop to the floor more often than Derrick Rose. D. Rose took our breath away every time he stepped on the court, and we all asked ourselves the same question: how was this kind of speed and athleticism humanly possible? If he and the Bulls had remained healthy, he probably would have won a title or two. But that's somehow less important in the Derrick Rose story. What's important is the perseverance and will to come back after multiple serious injuries, and all the flashy dunks that preceded them. To sum it up, and with no offense to Russell Westbrook, Derrick Rose was the most athletic point guard in NBA history, and that Derrick Rose will live in my memory forever.
Rose spitting, fuck that. Rose spitting like that. What kind of spitting? Well, what is athleticism? Because I think Russ is really Russ Wall Rose. Like, let's cut everybody out. It's Russ Wall Rose. Because I'm tired of, this ain't the DMV in me coming out, I promise you. I'm tired of people overrating him over here, but I'm going to keep it on it. John Wall coordinated as fuck to be that fast. Like, watch John Wall's film. You think I'm lying? That motherfucker full sprint behind the back again, then finish with the left. Like, he's coordinated as shit to be running that fast. So he's in the conversation. I already told you how I feel about Rose. I think he's the most agile one. And then I think if it was just a blunt 40-yard dash, I mean, but in pure speed, I think that's definitely Russ. So, sheesh.
It's a debate. It's a debate.
It's a huge debate, bro. I think, gun to my head, though, bro, I think because if we're factoring them not being hurt, because obviously we're talking about at their prime, I think Rose is the best at, stopping on a dime and making a turn, and I think that's a huge part of athleticism. But I think John Wall was the most coordinated with the ball if he had to be athletic, and Russ probably is just if they were just in the fucking Olympics, he just solos. So that's just me.
I think pure athleticism, and this kind of goes against because you consider the change of speed a part of athleticism, but I guess for lack of a better term, raw athleticism, I'm gonna go Russ. But in terms of being able to control that athleticism, I'd probably go John Wall or D Rose in that department.
Yeah, that's fair.
All great point guards, though. It's just unfortunate because, again, Derrick Rose being 27 in 2018, that sounds crazy. And I know we always have these discussions about, would he be top 5? Would he have won more MVPs? Would he have won more championships? at the end of the day, if Derrick Rose did not get injured, he would at the very least be a really, really good player in like the last, 5 to 6 years that we just fucking missed out on. Period, point blank. You know what I'm saying? So it's just unfortunate that we weren't able to see Derrick Rose in his full potential. I know it seems like a overused term now that Derrick Rose is one of the greatest what ifs ever, because every time that question is asked, Derrick Rose is almost always the answer. But it's true. Like, it's cliche, but it's true, bro. Like,
let the casuals cook, man. I'll even say this, and I'm not a fan of this take on the what if, and if this guy didn't get hurt, that automatically means they win type shit. I hate that standard in the NBA, but I ain't gonna lie. Derrick Rose, if he dead ass was healthy, and you telling me they still get Jimmy Butler, at some point in time, they probably do end up with one. At some point in time, unless Jimmy leaves, because Jimmy's prime was late. That's the only comeback to that. Jimmy's prime was definitely on the later end. But there was like that 2015, I think that would have been a good spot. If Rose is getting better about 2015, Jimmy Butler is on the same type of time in 2015, I think they could capture that specific one. That specific year. So I think you get one.
Okay.
You don't believe that shit.
That's where my praise stops. Man.
I'll take that back. Not 2015. Because 2015 is a little shaky. Fine. I'm definitely taking 2014. I'm definitely saying 2014 they win that.
Why?
LeBron and the name brand Heat. No offense to Wade, no offense to Bosh, but they were clearly not who they were at that point in time. They had a W get back year in 2015, ironically enough.
No, I'm talking about the finals. I like why?
They can fuck with the Spurs. They can fuck with the Spurs. They can definitely fuck with the Spurs.
Nah, I'm just trying to push my Tim Duncan agenda, man.
Oh my God.
So you telling me? Okay.
I'm not. Tim is past his prime, bro. He's way past his prime.
Okay, man. Okay.
Kawhi's a better matchup for LeBron than Dirk at that point in time, in my personal opinion. Not that Derrick Rose is even sniffing to be better than LeBron before y'all have sped attacks.
Okay, we're dragging it. Chat. You know what time it is, man.
I think he could have got one. Between 2014 and 15, he would have got one. Finally.
Nah, no troll, though. I see it. With that being said, we'll catch you on the next one.
Peace out, y'all.
Peace.
No, when I troll, I'm the bad guy. When I troll is evil.